Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey guys, sorry about that. 2 minutes in. Greta, it's great to see you. I'm drained. Forgive me, guys, about that. I was trying to get myself set up. I'm tired. I'm drained. Candace, it's great to see you. Lily, I was going to text you and say, don't run away. I just texted to say I love you. I'm running panels later and I'll see you there. But honestly, I'm too tired to run panels, so I hope to get in touch with WP privately because I can't. Seller, I love you, sweetheart. I love you, Meek Mags. Vinny, it was such an honor and humbled pleasure and privilege to meet you and hear your voice today, because I see you in a bunch of other ministries that we frequent, and that was really cool. Vinny, thank you so much. Yeshua blessings. There is sound now. I love you, Bug Bouncer Lukert. Yeshua blessings. Yeah, I had a long weekend, but I wasn't resting. I was getting tactical training. You see that picture in front of you, right? That's a 12 gauge. That's like my new best friend right now. I know the AR-15 should be my new best friend, but, well, there's just so many favorites I could have right now. I'm going to just have that one for this moment. I love you, Lily. So I hear through the grapevine. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a big trigger warning. I better put that in the description box right now. Edit. Trigger warning. Okay, we're going to go back to some programming here. We're going to go back to things I've witnessed in the dumps, deep underground military bases. Oh no, Vinny, I'm so glad you've been my brother all these years and you've never abandoned me. And, you know, we've been in all those chats and we've had all those talks, and now here we are. And it's just such a relief, you know, that you're not going to turn away from me now that you're starting to see the whole picture of me. Vinny, I do not know why it keeps saying show or hide your comments, but I'll tell you, any of my mods here with the blue name Wrench, please do not allow Vinny's comments to be hidden. I love you back, Angel Eyes. Thank you. I'm humbled. I got your 6, Vinny. Hey, and I'm your neighbor too. I'm to your west. So, okay, I'm tired, but big trigger warning. So, I hear through the grapevine, Barry Obama. I'm not going to say Barack. When you say Barack, you're summoning the demon that's instilled in him, that's possessing him. No. He is an active super soldier with clones. He has no business ever having been our president for 8 years. And what really pisses me off is that true females, women, are not pissed off that some dude masqueraded around as our first lady. That really chaps my lips. I gotta be straight up honest with you. I'm insulted, offended, appalled, and what is wrong with you guys? Be happy. I did not forget about you. Be patient with me. I love you. Be happy. You're constantly on my mind because I'm impatient with myself, but I'll hook up with you off live stream. So, I love you. My blessings and prayers and support to you. So, what do you want me to say about it? I stepped off a plane. My commander was to my left. This isn't my autobiography. I looked across the field. I believe that we were in Africa. I think we were coming off a cargo plane, so to speak. I look across the field. It looked like Africa by the scenery around me, and there's Barry Obama in full gear. I mean, weapons and ammo to the T, looking like, you know, a stacked up Rambo. Not with the muscles of Rambo. I just mean with weapons. So I looked to my left, because in my autobiography I made a couple errors, and that was my left from my right. And yeah, if I'm driving, we'll talk about that another time. So anyway, I looked to my left. I said, Commander, I don't like him. And my commander looked off into the distance right at Barry and gave him the stern, disappointed, disgusted look that I shot him. And I'm sorry, I really wanted a true black man to be the president of the United States, but that was never Barry Obama. Like Martin Luther King. Now, yes, Barry Obama, no. Anyway, so I hear through the grapevine that Barry Obama and Hillary, which I'm finding out, excuse the way that I word things, I'm finding out that I am a victim of Hillary Clinton's, and it goes deeper than that, but I'll stop there. I am overcoming, and I am an overcomer. So, in the end, I'm a survivor. But right now, let's just deal with what's at hand. So, I've met other victims of Hillary Clinton's that have turned survivors. And, Coach Dave and his ministry were bold and strong enough to put over 30 charges against Hillary, and she felt it, and we all heard it in the news, all of us. And so Coach Dave is our hero. Brooke Federline said it, I stole it from her, and here we are. He is our hero. He is our hero, our being us, the MK Ultra mind control from deep underground military bases. Some people are from covens, some people are from cults, some people have defected from wealthy families or military families. Some are SRA, satanically ritualized and abused, and some are DID, dissociative identity disorder. And so all of us survivors, to us survivors, we were once victims, but we've overcome our traumas and tortures and continue to do so, little by little or all at once, what have you. From all of us to Coach, you're our hero. So is your ministry. You stood up boldly and courageously against that. So from what I'm hearing, Hillary and Barry have been found to have treason, right? My love to you and your wife, Troy. So treason. So they were trying to overthrow Trump. Let's not even, let's just focus on this. You know what? Good. It does. The list of those two and what they have done is atrocious, to say the very least, and to sugarcoat it. Addie, I love you. So, I'll be praying for you and against your bad health and binding it and casting it down in Yeshua's name. So, Barry and Hillary, apparently are going to go get in trouble for trying to overthrow Trump. I wonder what the letters at George Bush Sr.'s funeral had to say. I got to make this video quick because I have an appointment. I know. Hang on one second. Now, Keeper, go, lay down, and give me a few more moments. Now, I'm tired, so this is the best time for me to run this video, is when I'm tired, because I can articulate myself in a very calm manner and demeanor. I'm not looking at my chat room right now. So, Barry and Hillary, you guys just got found wanting. Hillary, you rotten, filthy mutt, do not deny that you victimized Brooke. Barry, do not you deny. You know me from the Super Soldier Projects. If either one of you disgusting, foul, dirty, filthy, rotten mutts who serve darkness and all those principalities and powers say anything otherwise, well, we expect you to say otherwise, and we do expect you to lie. But right now, I gotta say the biggest debate that we're all having is this, Barry and Hillary. Short and sweet, right? The bikini rule. Don't cover too much and just cover the important parts. The biggest debate is this, Barry and Hillary. Is it public and free, or is it pay-per-view? When you get shot or hung or whatever they decide to do to you, like say they decide to do to you what you've done to your victims like Brooke and I and so many vast others, well, I would go for that too. Excuse me. I'm not above admitting that I like that whole eye for an eye idea. But listen, I'm not judge and jury. And it's a very good thing that God is, and I'm not. And I give my judgment to Him. No, I'm not judgmental. And I know, I'll admit that I'm judgmental just to make somebody else feel better, to talk to me about whatever it is they're talking about. But really, I'm not judgmental. But right now, the biggest thing is this. I think that when you get shot, hung, or otherwise, it should be free to the public, because us, your victims, should have a right to want to be front row and center for that, because that would be vindication, justice served. And then, within moments after that, you get to be before Heavenly Abba. Well, actually, wait a minute, I take that back. You're not going before Heavenly Abba. You'll never lay eyes on Him. You know what you're going to see? You're going to see eternal damnation, which was never created for you in the first place. But since you demanded and continued and pursued the powers of darkness, Satan, Lucifer, and, a third of heaven that started a rebellion and fell from heaven, made a pact in Mount Hermon, you wanted to go with them, so you made your bed, see your way off. I'm done praying for you. No, you formed a weapon. You used it against Brooke. You used it against me. I have asked Abba, just like Jeremiah did, our prophet prior. May I stop praying for them and their descendants because what they have done. That's it. Truth Freeze, it's great to see you. I love you. So, yeah, that I think pretty much about sums it up, short and skinny. It should be public and free. Out in broad daylight, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you know what? You, Hillary, traumatized me when you murdered Lavoy Finicum, and I had to see that. The FBI sent me that video 3 hours before it was released to the public. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I've never admitted to that either, but in Yeshua's name, I'm not lying. So I saw that video. 3 hours later, I'm looking at YouTube, and all of a sudden I see certain platforms pop up with the same video. And I was like, wow. But here's the thing. I was subjected to watching Lavoy Finicum be murdered almost in real time. Or was it? I grabbed a hold of my computer screen and I shook it and I screamed, no, 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 no. I was in shock. You did that, Hillary and Barry. So you know what? Good. Am I going to cry? No. Did I cry when George Bush Sr. cried? No. Am I going to dance on his grave? Absolutely not, because I'm not going to stir up the spirit world in that kind of bad manner. I know better. And I have a relationship, intimate, active, and personal with my Creator, Savior, and Holy Spirit, and His Holy Spirit. So, I don't know. I really don't feel like George Bush Sr. is dead, to be honest. I really don't feel like Michael Aquino is dead, to be honest. You're going to have to show me proof and a death certificate. Then that's just the way that it is, period. So, moving onward from that. Yeah, Hillary. Very. Good. Good. It's great to see you, Uncle Obvious. If there's been people in my chat I didn't say hi to, Truth Freeze, I love you. I should give you a wrench, honey. You've been on the internet a very long time. So, plus you're my friend. You know what? I don't cast my judgment, but considering, you know, like I remember when Hillary became president, right? I remember when Bill was put in the spot of being our president, and what got me was, and I'll be honest, we, the people, were mesmerized. We have people, Russian mafia. Oh, look at our president. That's Russian mafia. They had stars in their eyes. It was just like that movie Goodfellas when it came to the Italian. Excuse me. To the Sicilian mafia. That movie Goodfellas, right? Hollywood stars would come and pay them a visit and sing at their birthday parties, right? So now here you have Bill and Hillary Clinton. People got stars in their eyes saying the Russian mafia. From what I hear, Hillary has sided with Islam. She's Islam, so like when she flees, I love you, Doug. You're someone I forgot to say hello to. When she flees from the U.S., she's going to go hide, I guess, Islam. WP, I'm telling you, call me or text me. Text me. I'm tired. Text me. Okay, the dark ones are busy right now. I can talk to you, but I can't run panels. I'm too tired. However, there are parts and program parts and other parts of me that, you know, are hearing about, well, great, Trump said that we don't have to wear a mask, but King Murphy of New Jersey said we do. Yeah, okay, listen, I'm building up courage slowly, and I do it on my own. So when I do it on my own and I go out without a mask, someone like me has to carry mace and other weapons that are legal to defend themselves, because people will beat me up for not wearing a mask and putting them at risk. And if they step within 6 feet of me, yes, I'm going to take them down so they can't get any closer. First of all, if they get closer than 6 feet, they put my health at risk. If they get in my personal space, then we're fist fighting. I don't want their blood on me. I don't want them touching me with their icky hands, groping me when they've got bacteria and viruses like breeding and infesting the outside of their skin and their pores and sweat dripping off. No. There were a lot of things that I wanted to say in the meeting with Coach this morning, but I have to think first before I do. And I don't know, it takes a while for me to get going. Once I'm going, then, things start rolling off the top of my head. Like at the conference we were at, I spoke that one night for 10 minutes. If I got to speak the next day, I would have been like, boom, here's an experience. Boom, there's one. Boom. You don't have to ask me questions, guys. I can already read it on your minds, and I'm already prepared to give you answers. I've had a chance to open up, feel you all out. Now I can speak, but, an hour isn't long enough with people. It really isn't. And then when you're being recorded, and I have to be careful, listen, I'm not here to bring politicians and programmers and handlers to justice. I really don't give two flying leaps and bounds about them. Who I am here for are their victims. Because I know if the victims can survive what they were handed by these evil, disgusting, rotten mutts, nasty and filthy, they don't have souls. So, yeah, if those victims are able to overcome their traumas and tortures, then they become survivors. And then together, we make a very strong team and community. And that's what's most important. That's what's most important. And that's it. And guys, you write me a lot of beautiful emails and personal messages, and it's been like a year, and I haven't been able to respond to people. And I've read their message, and I know what I'm thinking, and I'm praying it. But then I just don't have a chance to respond, and people are getting aggravated and frustrated with me. Please don't. This is why I have YouTube, so you can drop here, say, Holly, can you look at my email? Or, draw my attention to it. I do get overwhelmed and a little bit inundated. Excuse me, forgive me, I apologize. I used to be here 25/8, but that was when I first woke up and was deprogramming. Now I'm trying to find balance of life. And it goes over like a lead balloon most days, and I fail at it all the time. Okay? And I have lash outs. Anyway, I encourage you guys to take the training that Russ Dizdar offers on his website, to take it for yourselves. Listen to it. Read the Holy Bible that Russ Dizdar gives you for homework and memorize those things and go through it yourselves. I encourage you to do that, really, truly. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go, but I got to tell you, Barry and Hillary, I think your executions need to be public and free, because I think people like Brooke, myself, and all your other victims should have a chance to see it. And if it's put on pay-per-view, well, then we suffer yet again without justice. So no pay-per-view. Okay? I'm broke. And if I got $50, if I got $20, it's going to put food on my table. It's not going to watch you guys die. Yeah, I'd love to spend it. Sure. I could come up with it, but no. I'm not. So it should be free. What you did on taxpayers' money, so your execution needs to be free. We already paid to see it. So if we were already paid to see it, forget the pay-per-view, right? Make that public. What are you scared of? Your victims watching you die? Watching you stand there, be stripped of everything? It's a shame they don't strip you down naked first, make you march around town, then dunk you in tar, throw feathers on you, make you march around town again, and then we all get something to throw at you. But it gets to be us, those whom you victimized, that gets to be front row to do that. And if we don't get that, well, hey, listen, we should. But listen, worse than that, I'm going to tell, everybody's going to go, oh my God, Holly, that's not Christian. Yeah? Too bad. Abba got wrath. Hit. What happened to me he's going to have revenge for. Same for Brooke, and same for the rest of my friends. Same for Lily, same for Seller, same for Addie, same for all of us. Right? Right. I wait for him to return. I can't wait for you guys to get it. It's not mine to give it. I can't take revenge. And honestly, I don't want revenge. But when it comes down to it, to see happen to you what you've done to me and what you've made me witness happen to other people, yeah, I'm down to watch it. You got at least that coming. Now, I highly recommend and I highly suggest Barry and Hillary that you get on your knees and you turn to Yeshua HaMashiach and you really repent. I mean, you really do it, because this is your last chance. After this, you've got no more. Yeah, right? Okay, I'll throw it out there. Now, some little birdie told me that you're going to be listening and watching. Good. And I'm going to be listening and watching when you collapse. And doesn't the Holy Bible talk about something collapsing right before the Antichrist is revealed? I don't know. See, I have to dive deeper into my Holy Bible studies, but I can't wait to see you go. Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye. Listen, I'm not going to dance on your grave, but I'm not going to feel sorry either. I saw what you did. God was watching. Now, I have a lot stronger feelings and a lot of other things in addition to this that I'd like to say, but I do believe this is the best and calmest way I can really explain myself without making a complete jackass out of myself, which I do with finesse, and I lose friends a lot of the time. I apologize. Barbara Ann, it's great to see you. I love you, ECWN, WWF. Whoa, whoa. Peanut, I'm grateful to see you. Yes, it is a 12 gauge. So, guys, this thing with Barry directly affects me. I'm going to tell you that right now. It has always directly affected me. And when I told my personal friends my issues with Barry, they looked at me like I had four heads. And I'm thinking, what? Since I don't have some fat wallet and I'm not somewhere else, this isn't possible for me to have a personal issue with Barry? And if I got a personal issue with you, can you imagine the issue he has back with me? And I only remember a portion of when I was active. And he's still currently active, so you know he's remembering everything. Yeah, we got a personal issue. As far as Hillary, apparently newly, I have a personal issue with you too, as well as Hollywood. I'm not sure if I'm ready to drop Hollywood actresses' names, but I just want to say this one thing indirectly about two people. How does it go? I got you, babe. Right? I got you, babe. Two of you ladies did a movie together. I've said enough. And at that point, we're going to call it a wrap. For... Oh, wait, no. You know what? I'm not done. I'm not done. This is when I'm not done. Mike Smith, it's good to see you. So before I'm not done, I need to write up a description for a drawing I made of a dream that Yudhe Vavhe gave me and allowed me to draw for one of my favorite ministries, and I'm getting to it. It's a priority, but I'm slow. So, let's talk about some things. Now, I've told you guys these things before. Okay, so we all know I was born into these projects. You know, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers were in the dumps, deep underground military bases, right? Maybe one of the things I forgot to leave out in my interview this morning with Coach was these people use children not for only for adrenochrome and to eat their pineal gland and other organs, and that goes along with the spirit cooking. You know, people will say, oh, it's just blood, I'm drinking it, and because they're not eating meat of the body, it's okay somehow, whatever. All right, well, see, they do this to young children to steal the innocence of young children because that innocence gives them power. You scare the daylights out of a child to death. Have you ever scared a child to death? You scare them so much you make their heart stop beating and they drop. That's it? Okay. Well then, at that point, these sick bastards would probably bring that child back alive a few minutes later. And that in itself is very painful to a body when you go from being dead to back alive. It hurts physically. And spiritually, you know, that your spirit body and your physical body being torn apart and brought back together. So if you torture a child and you take that innocence where they're basically from the womb and you scare the daylights out of them, it releases these chemicals into the bloodstream, and then you drink the blood, and apparently that adrenochrome, that is the ultimate high you can get from any drug that's on the earth, whether it be LSD, heroin, cocaine, methadone, morphine, marijuana, alcohol, put them all together, ecstasy, what have you. Apparently adrenochrome is it. And that's how you get adrenochrome. You steal the innocence of a child, and you do it in a most disgusting, drastic manner. And also don't forget about the pineal, I can't say it, the God's eye in your brain, your third eye. You're not supposed to tamper with it, okay? So, and you eat that. Okay, where am I going from here? Wait a moment, I have an outline. What Coach Dave did for me is absolutely huge. Alright, so let's talk about one, two, or three things. Am I allowed to say this, Heavenly Alba? Am I allowed to talk about this? I think I have spoken about this. But, I invite Heavenly Abba to speak through me. I am under the control, as well as my household, cat and dog, I am under the control of Holy Spirit. So, you know, there's a place on the map that got hit with a hurricane, and I think that hurricane was man-made to take out evidence. I had a dream about it, but anyway, let's not really focus on that. So I think I was brought to this one certain island where some bad things were happening. And I wasn't brought there to engage in those bad things happening, but I was brought there to get permission from the wealthy people that were there. I was with another super soldier. We were active at the time. There are tunnels to this island, and, there's a temple. When I believe that there's like skulls and bones and maybe a couple children toys in the temple, but the temple is exactly what it is. It's a temple. So on the inside, what do you expect to find? And to access it, you have to go underground in the tunnels. So I was used in a lot of different capacities. So as far as what was happening on that island, I didn't have a part of. I understood that it was happening, but that was only because, at that point, I used to be one of those kids it was happening to. Moving on. Okay, Project Beta. Well, there's other programming. I just kind of used the short and skinny and grouped it all in together. Project Beta, they taught us how to have sex. So when we were called out for something like Pizzagate, we knew what we were doing. Okay, but there's more to Project Beta. Project Beta, I was in the DUMBs. So I was a part of a project. I'm not in my chat room, by the way. If I am, I'll lose all train of thought. In the deep underground military bases and the MK Ultra and Super Soldier projects I was a part of, all stemming from Operation Project Paperclip at the end of World War II that saved thousands of Nazi scientists, wealthies, and elites from Germany and dispersed them throughout the world. Okay, so from Operation Project Paperclip, MK Ultra. The thing about MK Ultra is mind control is inscribed on the pyramids in ancient Egypt. Do you know how many pyramids there are? There's not just 3 or 5 or maybe 20. There's hundreds. We all need to be diligent in our research and studies. And mind control and the mind control techniques that I underwent are inscribed on those pyramids. So in Project Beta, one of the things about Project Beta is they teach you what to do. So basically 2 lab coats were standing there directing me and another boy what to do through the whole process, beginning to end. That was when I lost my virginity. The thing about these projects is it was not just about the mind control, and it was not just about, whether that was a skill they put in us, and that's sick to say, but the other aspect to these projects that I was exposed to was the spiritual side to it. So at the end, when there was a climax, they were also watching the 2 souls unite, engage, and intertwine into one another. So it wasn't just what was happening physically that the programmers, the white lab coats, were telling us to do. It was also watching the spiritual aspect of what happens when a man and woman have sex, and you're not supposed to have sex unless you're married and in love with each other. Any other time it's wrong. I know what this world says and does, but it's wrong outside of that. So moving on. I was programmed to the Holy Bible. they would read it to us and beat us to it, among other things. Do you know the part in the Holy Bible when the fallen ones go to Mount Hermon and make a pact to keep spitting in God's eye and to mess up his creation? I had what seemed like a memory of that actual event after years of listening to other survivors. So I woke up in 2014. So since 2014, I'm listening to other survivors. I'm listening to their testimony. And 1 year ago this month, October 2019, I went to the International SRA Conference. And that's where I got a really bigger, deeper grasp of satanic ritual abuse and what goes on. Gregory Reed was there. Wilfredo, I'm drawing blanks. No. Wilfred Wong, W-O-N-G. And they discussed this. Okay, so it wasn't until that conference when Thomas Dunn spoke about the Hampstead case. Now, I had heard Angela Disney Powers speak about it and people and this, that, the other thing. And I'm like, yeah, right? And I'm not trying to, like, be sarcastic or an asshole or anything like that. But, you know, I was looking up a lot of stuff. I had other things on my plate, and it was something I wanted to look up. So here I find myself a year ago and hearing about the Hampstead case, which Angela Disney Power spoke about, and she's taken a few of my testimonies, especially regarding Max Spears, who is sorely missed and who is heavily trolled still to this day. Who trolled Max, trolls Angela, who trolls Thomas Dunn, and who trolls me. Moving on from that. So, I hear about the Hampstead kids, and I start to hear other testimonies about the satanic rituals. So I wake up 2014, and I'm feeling like I've lived, you know, talk about previous lives. Now, I don't believe in that, because Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh did not speak about that in the Holy Bible. We're not reincarnated. We may feel like we've lived 50 lives in this one lifetime. I get that. Gone down different paths. I get that. But no, we're not reincarnated. There's no, like... Anyway, so... I'm going to read this. Picking up from there, maybe it'll make sense. I had what seemed like a memory of that actual event. Do you know the part in the Holy Bible when the fallen ones go to Mount Hermon and make a pact to keep spitting in God's eye and to mess up his creation? I had what seemed like a memory of that actual event. That's 2014. After years of listening to other survivors to discuss their experiences during satanic rituals, it dawned on me. October 2019. I was exposed to a satanic ritual, and it was not a memory of the actual fallen ones making a pact on Mount Hermon that the Bible spoke of. It was the adults who dressed up like angels, who put me on a rock, and they all raped me within inches of my life. They left me there ripped to shreds and in a pool of my own blood. Another child from the projects came and cleaned me up, putting bandages on my body where they had hurt me. It was not until I heard about the Hampstead kids, really thoroughly heard about them, October 2019. They spoke about when their teachers and father dressed up like different creatures or witches, that I was able to make sense of what I was remembering. Thank you for taking my confessions. So, I'm going to get going, guys. I'm really tired, excuse me. I'm drained. And I'm going to go play La Chefette Halle in the kitchen and make Japanese fried rice and Japanese hibachi chicken. And then I'm probably going to knock out like a light. I should make yum yum sauce. That's always good. But I eat the daylights out of chicken and rice. So, oh, my dessert's going to be like frozen fruits in my Ninja blender with some sugar and water. So I'll have like a slushy frozen fruit drink. So on that note, thanks for listening to me. And again, I want to stress that I have a lot of choice words and a lot of more reactions and way more thoughts on this whole Barry and Hillary thing. I want to really stress that. More than that, I'm going to try to curb myself so I don't have posts on Facebook that alienate people and they delete me. And I love fries. I repent. I ate shrimp and spicy crab meat sushi the other day, and I'm not supposed to eat shellfish, but I gave up pork, so I'm halfway there. But with the amount of times I get to eat shellfish, still there's no excuse. But yeah, I'm extremely angry with Barry and Hillary. So thanks for listening to me, and forgive me. I hope that you all have a really great night. I will be praying with and for you. Excuse me for being so tired. I'm sorry I didn't run panels, but I've kind of been in a lot of deep thought. And with all that having been said, Heavenly Abba, I come before you and I lift up everyone that watches this video in my chat room and afterwards. Anyone that comes into contact with me. I pray I do not offend them or upset them or ever alienate them. I pray in advance for their forgiveness when I have a bad day. And they will come. But my bad day will never be, well, I pray my bad day is never directed towards them. Heavenly Abba, I pray that you answer their personal requests made of you. And I pray that you store up treasures in heaven for them. Extra treasures. For how great they treated me here on earth. I am so grateful for you, Heavenly Abba. I love you very much. Thank you for everyone that I've had the humbled honor, privilege, and pleasure to meet that you put in my path. I am so grateful. This weekend was incredible. I am set free. I feel great. I have a new lease on life. And I gotta tell you, Heavenly Abba, I mean, it goes beyond having my confidence back and my self-esteem back, like all at once. Like, it went from black to white, Heavenly Abba. I feel empowered. I walk with my back straight and my head held high. I have not done that. And I don't mean high like my nose is in the air. I mean like I'm walking straight, my head level, shoulders back, stomach in, butt where it's supposed to be, somewhere in the middle level. And walking steady and firmly and focused on you. And I feel ever present in the moment, not distracted nor looking back on the past or being engaged with it in the present. I feel so incredible. Heavenly Abba, I have not felt this good in over 2 years. I forgot what it felt like to feel truly good again. I have this relief and harmony about me. Thank you for everything that you do for me, from my home to my pets to my car to my loved ones to my ministry. Thank you for the calling that you put on my life. I pray for your life to be stronger in my life. I pray for your full armor I pray for me and my household to stay under your control in Yeshua's name. And I pray for all of my loved ones, and thank you so much in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. I love you, I love you, I love you guys. Thank you, Bug Bouncer, WP, Candace, Barbara, Greta, Be Happy, everyone in my chat room. It's like I'm so humbled and grateful. And I'll do my best to try. I'll tell you the overall thing right here and right now with why Heavenly Abba gave me HTV, Holly Television. See, there were these super soldiers that came out before me. They woke up 4 to 8 years before I did. And they started giving their testimonies. And I was really heavily under the MK Ultra programming. But it also took me a while to wake up. And they would give interviews every 3 to 6 months. And I was so grateful when they gave interviews because I was so happy to see these interviews and know what was going on and what they had to say. But the thing is I wanted to know what was going on in their personal lives, what it was like for them day to day and going back and forth. And, well, here I am making a jackass out of myself. I have my full recovery up on YouTube. I can't tell you how many videos I've deleted or put on private. Even more than that, I wish I had all of them so I could show you the progress that I've made since December 12th, 2014. And I broke down completely. I remember when Sherry Clausen did deprogramming and helping people come out of cults and covens and out of SRA and DID and mind control. And now she's turned into helping people have relationships with others. And just maybe one day I'll get to being at that point of saying, hey, Sherry, guess what? I'm going to have a relationship with someone, and I want your help. Yeah, I'm still doing that deprogramming stuff. Yeah, that's still... Okay, so the majority of it's over, but Sherry, I want to have a relationship with somebody. Help me. Brooke, I love you. I told Coach this. I tried to get it live online on his video this morning. I didn't, but I did it after. I said, Coach, you know Brooke Federline? He goes, yes. I said, well, she said that you're her hero because you and your ministry put in over, 30 charges against Hillary, and she's a survivor of, she was victimized by Hillary. She's a survivor now. I said, well, I stole her comment, and I agree with her. You are our hero. And Coach, as of this year, 2020, I think I might too have been victimized by Hillary. And it goes on. So, you're our hero, Coach. From Brooke to me and all the other SRAs and DIDs, you're our hero. And thank you to you and your ministry for doing that. You stood up boldly and courageously to Hillary. Thank you, WP Jen Lighton. I'm so glad I got to see you there. And I can't wait to hear about... I'm not worried. I'm worried I'm not supposed to say it. All those mechanical things that you're up to that you keep getting shut down for on YouTube for speaking about. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much a wrap for... I want my HTV.